Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick story on Damon Wayans from the Wayans brothers. Listen, when they had that show on TV and they kept it all in the family, I meaning that a lot of their family members were on that show. What was it called? In Living Color. I thought it was cute. I thought it was nice. I couldn't wait every week to see their next episode because I thought the show was hilarious. But keeping it all in the family is going to a whole nother level and it has a whole new meaning. When Damon Wayans sat on Club Shay Shay on a couch and said that, he is dating the ex girlfriend of his nephew, not a brother, his nephew. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, the nephew. So that means the girl is young, but that's what they do. They like them young. Okay, so the girl is young, and I'm not saying she's underage. I'm just saying she's young because if she dated your nephew got to be younger than you. Well, depending on what family it is, because sometimes you got nephews who are older than their uncles, but that's a whole nother story for another day. So he dated his nephew's ex girlfriend, and he said it didn't matter because the nephew was never in love with the girl. And on top of that, he said the nephew gave him the thumbs up, like, that's all you, man. Go ahead, go for it. Although he admits that, family gatherings are a little awkward, he said from the moment he laid eyes on her, he fell in love. He was divorced for 2 years, single for 2 years, and he laid eyes on her, and that was it. Let me go ahead and share screen so we can get more into this story. So Damon Wayans, I fell head over heels in love with my nephew's ex-girlfriend. That's just insane to me. Well, let's take a listen.
Hold on. This can't be true. That you dated the same woman as your nephew once?
Yeah. I was in love with her. That's the thing. Come on, you ain't never did.
Hell no, I ain't never did
the
that.
Jackson 5.
No. that's I mean, for a family member, that's off limits, Damon.
No, but it wasn't like they were in love.
So he dated her.
Do you know how small the pool is out here in Cali?
Yes.
The dating pool. And this was probably what, 2001, 2?
Did you know it originally? Did she know originally that?
Yes, when I met her. So I got divorced and I was by myself for 2 years.
Right.
And then I saw her and I was just like, oh my God, I'm in love. And I found out my nephew had dated. I'm like, what's up with that? He goes, oh, that's you. I was like, okay, pass the Cavassier.
Let's go and drink it out now.
Yeah. And I went ahead and I fell in love. And it was okay. But it's just.
They clowned you, didn't they?
Yeah, family gatherings is awkward.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, Dave. I would just have to let her go.
Nah, you see it, you understand.
Not if you see it, you understand. So nothing's off limit for Damon Wayans, not even his nephew's ex-girlfriend, because he's just openly admitted falling in love with her, and years later, he's not sorry about it. On Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, the host laid down the rule: no exes of family members, but Damon couldn't care less, saying his nephew was never in love with the unnamed woman, but he definitely was. Damon Wayans said he met the woman in 2001 after his divorce from Lisa Thorner, fell in love at first sight, and later found out that she dated his nephew, something he casually chalked up to the slim California dating pool. He did have a talk with his nephew before diving into anything serious with the woman, hilariously recalling. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, that's you. And I'm like, okay, pass the Cavassier. Let's go. And I went ahead and I fell in love and it was okay. Still, it did not result in some fallout in family dynamics. Damon explained group gatherings are now awkward at best. No doubt it would be hella interesting to be a fly on that wall. Considering the size of the Wayans families, though, perhaps an incident like this was bound to happen sooner or later. So let me say this. This is just me, and I told y'all I'm trying to get a picture. Let me see. Let's put his picture there. This is just me, and again, I say this all the time. Nobody's perfect, and I'm definitely not in the perfect pool, okay? And I don't try to claim that I am. But I will say this, I take being a mom seriously. I take being a auntie seriously. I take being a friend seriously. And I don't care how small the dating pool is, I would never date one of my friends' exes. I just wouldn't do it. I don't care how handsome, how good they look. I just wouldn't do it. Even if my friend were to say, like, oh, I don't care, don't worry about it, I wouldn't do it because a major portion of my life, with the friends I have, I don't have like this large pool of friends, but the friends I have, I spend significant time with them. And, when I'm with somebody, if I'm spending time with that person, they're spending time with me with that person. So I'm not going to have like, okay, oh my God, I can't invite so and so because you used to date so and so and now we're all going to be together. I just don't, I just wouldn't do it. That's me personally. So that's with just a friend. I most definitely would never date any of my son's friends. I most personally would never date anybody that my nieces dated before. Even if they were the so-called quote unquote give me the thumbs up. I just think that's pure insanity. But that's me. And I don't want to chalk it up to the small dating pool in LA. I think everybody, no matter where they live, they feel like the dating pool is like yay big, right? If you ask anybody whether they got money, no money, living with people may call the hood, in the city, and in the suburbs, wherever, I think everybody feels like the dating pool is kind of limited. And they feel like a lot of the good ones are already with somebody, are married. And then they feel like the ones that are unmarried and not with someone, they got a whole lot of stuff with them. And listen, we all got stuff with us, but they feel like those have a whole lot of stuff with them. And for me personally, even at my age, um, if your children are older, because I'm 55, let's just say your kids are in their 20s. If you got 10, 20 kids, when they in their 20s, whatever. But if you still got a whole bunch of kids and they're younger, and you gotta highly be involved with the mothers of those children, which you should be. And if they don't really get along with you, I'm not dealing with all of that. I ain't built for that. And at my age bracket, that's not what I'm here for. That's somebody else's ministry. It ain't divas, right? So I'm not saying nobody should be with you. It just won't be diva. But this right here, I ain't with it. I say it's a no for me. I know, Damon. You saw eyes, you locked eyes, and you was love at first sight. Then you found out. One thing I will say is she had to know when she saw you, even if you didn't know when you saw her, that she dated your nephew. And to me, and I don't know if it was or wasn't, that should have been the first thing that came out of her mouth. But listen, guys, chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on how you feel about this. Would you date your nephew's or your niece's ex? Would you date someone that is your friend? Would you date their ex? I just personally saying no to that, but listen, that's why we're here. We're here to chat with each other. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Would you do it? Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. I'll see you on the next video.